Woos. Martial arts, back kick, spinning back kick tutorial. Woos. I'm going to break down different variations of a back kick for you. Spinning back kick, some call it spinning side kick. So I'm going to show you different ways of doing it. I'm going to start off showing you a side kick. This is just a formation like you regularly do a side kick. Remember what I showed you from other videos. You bring the knee up, execute the leg, down. So you bring the knee up, turn, pivot the foot, bring the leg in, chamber the leg in, push it out. That's the form for the side kick. Right, so I'm going to break it into patterns for you. Now you're going to do a spinning back kick, some call a spinning side kick in some styles. Turn, look over your shoulder, rotate to your hips, tuck the knee in, and you're going to push out like you're doing a side kick. So it's the form of a side kick. The only difference is that you're going to turn with it, then execute the leg. So that's the formation for that spinning back kick, spinning side kick in some styles. You want to make sure you bring your head around on this technique. Your arms come around along with your head. If your head don't come around, the kick's not going to come around. So you're turning, chambering that knee, pushing it out like you're doing the side kick. But one thing, you're spinning around with it. If you notice, I'm in a straight line. I'm not kicking on the outside. Kick on the outside, you're going to miss your target. Your distance in the range is important for this kick. If you're too far away, you're going to miss. Too close, you can get taken down. So you got to create that distance in between you and your opponent. If you notice my left leg, there's a slight pivot. I don't really pivot too much on this kick because I'm non-telegraphing it. A lot of times when you're training, you want to pivot a little bit on that left to enable the hip to come around. I'm in an orthodox stance, left leg pivots a little bit, spinning back, it comes around. So for beginners, you're starting out, you want to pivot that left leg. I don't really show it as much because I mentioned eventually after a while, you want to limit the movements in your technique. You don't want to telegraph them, but to get that kick around, you're going to need to pivot that left leg slightly, then you bring that kick around. If you're an orthodox, if you're southpaw, you're going to pivot that right leg. It's a different variation of back kick I was telling you about. You're going to pivot on your foot, look over your shoulder, or you want to look over the shoulder first. You want to bring the knee up, chamber that knee, then you're going to push it out. If you notice, my toes are pointing downwards now and the heel is pointing up. So your hip is not going to be opening up into a side kick for this one. You're just going to push that leg, go straight back, toes pointing down, connecting with the heel of the foot to the solar plexus. The higher you bring the knee, the higher that kick's going to go to the rib, to the face, right? Boom, just like that. Push it straight back with your heels. I'm just showing the back kick from one position right here, just kicking straight back with the heel. Boom, the fighting stance. I'm going to show you again, spin, pivot, look at the shoulder. I'm showing you here the hips or twisting back, showing you that motion of that twist there. And I'm going to bring the knee up here, kind of tuck that butt out a little bit, bring the knee up. Then I'm going to push straight back, connecting with the heel. Very devastating, very dangerous kick. When it connected to the solar plexus or rib or wherever it connects to, it's going to knock your opponent out. Always remember, distances in the range is important. I'm just showing you this back kick from one position, but it's pushing out, bring the knee up, push straight back, connecting with the heel of the foot. This is the formation for that back kick. Boom, fighting stance, movement, important. Always moving here. Now, boom, one straight line. You don't want this kick to be on the outside. To be on the outside is going to be a miss. So you want to kick it back in a straight line. When practicing, you want to do the pivot. But eventually, after a while, you want to eliminate as much movement as you can. Because too much pivoting can make you miss. And if you pivot too much, the person is going to notice you're pivoting and know you're going to do a back kick. Here, I'm showing you can switch your stance. Boom. So I'm in a southpaw stance, but I'm going to kick with the right leg. So I'm going to spin. Boom, boom, boom. So you can set up techniques more for this. You can feint with the hand and spin all the way around and connect with the right leg. This will confuse your opponent because he's looking for you to back kick with the left, but you're just going to rotate and come with the right. So it's just on the switching of stance, what I mentioned. Each time you switch your stance, you can determine what technique you're going to execute. But you can also switch your stance. I'm in a southpaw, but then I spin off and I come with the right. See what I'm saying? And you can also feint with the hand if you want to. Be bouncing, you can feint also with the right. And then once you feint with the right hand, you just come around, boom, with that right kick. So there's a different variation of setting up that spinning back kick from switching your stance, which will confuse your opponent.